Welcome back to Blackacre Ranch, guys. So today we are picking up where we left off last week, which means I don't even remember what we did last week. Oh, we did a bunch of cubing, that's right. Anyway, we did all the cubes last week for the safeguard. They're all hopefully killing worms inside. Anyway, so what we're gonna do is next week we're gonna do some more poo sampling and get that checked again to see how well it took. But I'm hoping that in time we will see less rib and more fatness.
100,000?
2,500,000, great numbers.
I think the first one's only at 1,000, but that's the only one that's running. So we got about an inch of rain on Monday, and that's still at 1,000. Probably about 2,400.
Yeah.
So we got 3,400 gallons. What did we leave with last week?
Not that much.
Oh.
Like 18.
Huh.
I have to look it up.
Yes, let's go look at these buffalo.
I know they heard us arrive.
So last week we wormed them and they got everything, and I'm hoping the rib showing kind of starts diminishing. But they've had plenty of hay, but you can still see the ribs. So what we've been doing this week, actually, Steve started doing it. It's been a rough week for him, poor Steve. And we're giving him cubes during the middle of the week to try and get the protein content up a little bit. I'm worried that we may have some grass, but the grass isn't very protein enriched. It's a lot of this strandy stuff that shoots up little things. And so we're trying to get them back up a little bit, especially for the ruts, so they're fully healthy for it. Anyway, they want more cube.
Do you ever feel like everyone's watching you? Hi, ladies. Like, stop talking, bring us cubes.
Okay, so.
Three more little piggies.
That was a Debbie one.
When you walk away, you can't look at you just gotta look at the butt.
Hi, pig pigs.
You just
Hi,
can't
pig,
not
pig,
look at
pig.
their body.
Hi, pigs. Alright, I think that's going to be a good treat for our buffalo.
Big but good.
Well,
There's still stuff in the bottom.
maybe we can cube them later today and get this morning. Alright, so we're coming over to this small pasture to put out some of that maxi gain for the animals. And they know where we are, and they came on over to find whatever we're sharing today. They're hungry. So we're trying it in the mineral feeder since it's pretty much empty. We want to see what they do with it and how well they, just to give them a shot to get some out. And then we're going to leave some out in the sled, so they might destroy that. So I guess we'll see how this works, but oh goodness. Hello. Aw, little guy. Yeah. Everyone's happy over here now. Hi, one. Stuck now. So there's Bartok and Ahmed getting some good stuff.
All right, from last week, you'll know that we wormed them and we gave them safeguard cubes and we tracked which ones weren't eating. Number 33 and 139 were not eating. And so we need to dart them today. We need to shoot them. And so Steve is here. He's letting us borrow this. It's very kind of him to do so. And this is a chart which kind of helps us figure out range and how to shoot. So anyway, how this goes is, I'll show you that thing in a little bit. So these are 10cc darts. And in essence, what we're going to do is we're going to fill inside 10 cc's of wormer. And that's in this little cool bag. Anyway, we're going to fill the 10 cc's in here based on their weight and stuff. And then we're going to pop it into this gun. And we're going to shoot her with it. So that's generally the plan. Okay, now on this chart is a yards listing here on the side. And if you're shooting this far with a certain type of dart, ours is a 10cc dart over here, then this is how far up above the spot you want to shoot you have to shoot for. So in other words, if you're a Y3, a yellow dart, 3 means whatever, I don't know, I can't remember. But anyway, you shoot exactly wherever you want to do it at. But that's only because you're 15 yards away. 139, we could probably actually walk up to her and stab her with it. She's pretty friendly. She won't be after that.
Nope.
But 33, we might have to like shoot it with a grenade gun or something like that. She's pretty distant, typical girl. So anyway, we are going to fill this up and get going. And I do not profess to be perfect at this in any way. Steve is here for amusement purposes, I'm sure. I gotta find out where you put that, Steve. Where? Oh, there it is. Yep, I got it. Okay. This is the stuff we're using. So we are gonna give her 10. Let me get the dart out. Now this only holds 6. I always hate stabbing these things upside down. Now we're going to inject this into here. And not too fast, because that's what I was told. All right, there's one. So we do one at a time because we have to keep that upright. And Steve's gonna have to help me learn how to do this. So we're gonna probably cut, he'll instruct me, and then I'll bring you back when I'm gonna shoot her. All right, Steve. Okay, so at the beginning of this, we are going for number 139. And she's the cow that's labeled there. And the problem I'm having is she's looking at me. And there are specific spots which we're supposed to shoot on the buffalo. And I'm trying to find a good angle for that. So she's not too far away. But as you can imagine, when you're trying to shoot an animal inside of a herd, there's a lot of other animals that are moving around.
I just need B2 to move.
So
Iris!
139 actually
There she
isn't
goes.
moving very much, it's just everybody else is moving, so it's kind of making it a little difficult. So on the animal, I've got this little screen here so you can kind of see what I'm looking for here. So this is just an example of a shot of a buffalo from earlier in the year. And I've tried to mark out the area that you're generally shooting for. The red that I have here is just kind of a borderline. Here's the shoulder, and the shoulder is, well, the shoulder is the shoulder, okay? So it's that curvatured part right here above the front leg. Then you kind of have the back of the head kind of denoted by that red line. And what I'm doing is just really framing in a spot that I'm looking for on the side of the neck. Now down here along the bottom line, you'll have the trach area that's really kind of low, the windpipe. You're not shooting down there, that's not what you're trying to hit.
Hey, dog.
And up here is just too much cartilage, so you're not going for there. What you really want is just kind of in the middle, in front of here, behind here, just kind of in the middle of the neck if you can reach it. And so that's what I'm looking for when I'm looking at these animals.
Right there?
Well, that one was lower than I thought. Did it go in? Oh, it's in, but... All right, so we were a little bit further away than 45.
15 yards.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe 20.
So the dart should fall out.
Yeah, that'll fall out.
No, that's 38. So the dart will fall out and then we'll just go over and pick it up, I guess. So success, I should have hit higher. I guess it was a little further than the 15 yards, and so I should have aimed higher, so it would have gone higher, so it was a little lower than I would have wanted, but
Oh, I squeaked myself.
Aw, that barbar is nasty.
Yum. Yum.
so these are the charges. They're like 22s, okay, but it just doesn't have the bullet you can see at the top. So this is the charge that shoots that arrow dart thingy out, and they are 20 caliber, power level 3, 4, 5. So we shot a Y3, yellow 3, because it's yellowed. 4 is a little bit further distance. I think it was 25 and 30 yards, and then 5 is for like 35 and 40 yards, something like that. Anyway, that's as far as we can shoot at 10 cc. So we just put it in just like a normal clip down here. Just like a normal clip, it just goes in. So they go in just like a normal gun. And because they're super small, they don't chamber super well, but we're gonna go out there and find number 33. Oh, on the gun, on the back is the number that corresponds to the charge you give. Right now it was set at 3, so if we shoot a Y4 for more distance or a 5, then we need to rotate this to the top mark. So anyway, so it gauges, this has to correspond to the charge. But anyway, we gotta go find number 33 and see how close we can get, and then maybe find the dart of 139 and see if we can get that out of the field. So anyway, see how this goes.
Okay, go ahead.
There.
All 3, but we're getting close. I go to a 4 on it and shoot her now. That's good.
Yeah,
Got her.
that's good.
Nice job.
All right. This is the one that's left over. We didn't use. Okay, so not ideal placement, but it'll work.
Okay,
Here's your.
pretty good compared to 139.
I'm surprised she was that close and broadside. So.
I know.
All right, so 2 shots, 2 hits. They instructed me to tell you that it was really good shooting. Anyway, I'm expert with 22, right? So anyway, moving target, going right to left to right. Hey, that's not too bad. So we got 2 of them done. That should be everybody wormed. Now over the next few weeks, we're gonna supplement some of their feed. We always have the hay out, and we're gonna keep using some of that extra feed that we had just to kind of help them bulk up. But this is the time that the guys perform, so we're just trying to help them do that.
Yeah, so we put out 2 more sleds of the maxi gain because the other stuff was all gone. And they are happy to have more. Baby's like, where'd you go? Stuff's causing a little bit of a stir out here. Bartok likes to own it.
All right, it's been a little bit. We've given it some time. I haven't seen 139 up close, or 33 obviously. She's scattered all over the place, to see if the dart has come out yet. But we will keep a watch out for that as we give them some more cubes a little bit later on. So I just want to kind of mention, I know at the beginning of this video I said that, you know, the ribs are showing, there's some concern, they've had a bunch of parasites. You know, a bunch, they've had some parasites. There is like a chart, a kind of a test you can give the animals that kind of goes over health, and there's just based on certain key indicators on the buffalo you look at to kind of see if they're healthy, if they're emaciated, or those kinds of things. I'm going to do a separate video on that. But, you know, talking with Steve about it is the concern of, you know, I have tons of hay, I have the grass, and they still seem to be kind of this condition, even with some parasites. And some things to just remember, this is the heat of the summer. So they're not going to eat as much, and they're not going to forage as much. It's also rut season. They've also had babies, and the babies are getting bigger, so you've got a lot of nursing going on. All of these factors kind of help do this, and they had a parasite load. So it's not detrimental right now, but, you know, it's not just the ribs is what I was getting at. It's just not the ribs. So I'll do a separate video on what everything looks like health-wise when you look at an animal and can kind of do stuff like that, but that's just a different time. So you saw us dart them. Everybody's taken care of now. Next week we're going to do some fecal samples, send those off to a lab, and then check. And that's to just make sure that we got everything and that the numbers are dwindling. If not, then we reevaluate and we try and do some others. I'm going to wrap it up here, guys. We appreciate you joining along, seeing the stuff that we're doing. Beginning ranchers, getting everything going. It's been great to have Steve help us and kind of give us some insights and work with us as we've been doing these things. So we hope you have a good week. We appreciate you joining. Hopefully it brings some joy into your week as you're seeing these videos. So it takes a little bit to create them, but we'd appreciate it if you leave a like, hit that like button, and subscribe if you haven't. There's been about 100 people that have subscribed over just the last month or so. So a lot of new people, we're glad to have you. So hopefully we're sharing joy, and you can see our frustrations, get some humor. Anyway, we appreciate you joining along. We'll catch you next time.